Nous sommes la jeune compagnie de la Confédération TD 2017.
I always lived in originally, Vancouver, British Columbia, and now I live in Toronto. And those are two big cities, and my view of Canada was so much smaller than I thought it would be.
Ça fut une extraordinaire expérience.
The experience is unlike anything I think I'll ever experience again.
I didn't know what I was getting involved in.
In my dreams, I walk through open doors to other worlds I'll see and I'll explore.
The fact that these people could come together as creators of this most amazing project that, in my opinion, is the most important one we've ever done is just so, it means the world to me.
De pouvoir voyager à travers le Canada, dans chaque province, dans chaque territoire. Je me sentais un peu comme le grand-père.
Nick Ward, Wadjo Splicer, Robert Galtin, and I went across the country. We went to all 10 provinces and 3 territories, and we went into a mixture of urban and more remote communities.
This is a model, a mock-up of our 4-footer. From this 4-footer dream catcher, we'll be hanging the dream catchers that the children are making all across Canada.
And in each workshop, we would be joined by a local artist from that community or from that province or territory. And at the end of the day, inspired by what they experienced with the youth in the workshop, they would create a piece, an original piece of dance, poetry, song, and which is now what I'm using as I create the Dreamcatcher's script.
Well, let's see it, and okay. Let's see what that end beat is, folks. Back up a bit.
I think it opened up my eyes a little bit, a lot of it. Yeah, got to see the country and met hundreds of people, hundreds of young people too.
L'expérience m'a changé beaucoup. J'ai appris beaucoup de choses au sujet des Autochtones au Canada. J'ai appris la diversité même des Autochtones. Non seulement de la population générale, mais des Autochtones, parce qu'il y a des Autochtones de différentes cultures partout au Canada.
I really haven't been a part of anything quite like this. I have taught kids before, but this is entirely different because this is actually, hearing their ideas and seeing kids interact this way to create something is actually as much of a learning experience for me as it is for them. So it's been a great day.
You got it.
Eyes up, staying tall, you talk to breathe sometimes.
Right, if someone's being inappropriate about someone, you just go, I don't get it.
Put my world in your hands. Gotta learn to look inside.
It represents the 4 brothers and sisters of creation. Black, white, red, and yellow.
And rise up, one day I'll learn to love me.
Oh, okay, so I was thinking about what you said when I said my dream and be the change you want to be.
Yes.
Nous avons voyagé de Summerside, Little-Prince-Édouard, à Williams Lake, Colombie-Britannique. We traveled from Iqaluit, Nunavut, to Thompson, Manitoba, to St. John's, Newfoundland. We traveled, and we asked kids about their dreams.
My dream is for Canada to keep up helping different countries and Canada to stay peaceful.
My dream is being happy.
We can work together to clean up all that garbage.
The community to have a cleaner environment.
But I wish that everyone will be able to have that opportunity to not feel judged and to be able to speak their language.
I mean, it's a series of workshops for youth, it's a show, it's a giant national dream catcher, but in its essence, it's a path forward. I think, in a lot of ways.
You'll get a nice person exchange. I swear I give him my all. Mama can't take it. Show-là. Le voix partie commence à mère encore. Ma veule du temps, mais je peux pas me virer de bord. Quand je suis content que je cours plus sur la glace. Pris dans la game of life. En route pour la première place. Got cash.
It's very interesting in the position I am as an artistic director and a curator of the arts for a building called the Confederation Center of the Arts. In this day and age when we are focusing so much inwardly on our own truth and reconciliation and trying to find peace within our own national history and our nation's future. And this project really offered us the opportunity to begin a really important dialogue that this center needed to have.
I think there are many people in Canada who have a spot of trouble with the 150 and what it stands for. I would be one of those people.
What does it mean to be a memorial to white colonialists and to be celebrating them?
Between Truth and Reconciliation and what went around the country and what's come from that, and the 150, I think it is turning out to be a good thing. It's a good thing because we're now recognizing and speaking about things that we would never have talked about before.
I think the 150th is making us realize that Aboriginal people in Canada have to be treated and understood much better than what we've ever done.
Mon nom c'est Danick Mikafi, je viens de Elmer, Québec, et de ma culture, je suis du clan Kiliganzibi Anishinabeg. Je suis métis.
I am from the Piikani Reservation in southern Alberta. I am a First Nations Blackfoot man.
Puis je suis irlandais, écossais et acadien.
It's strange to be a 23-year-old Canadian girl who is educated and has a university degree, but has to do a project like this to understand what's actually going on in her backyard.
This has opened my eyes, and this has allowed me to see that there's all of these First Nations and Métis and Inuit cultures that I never really was that exposed to.
A lot of Canadians don't really know about us Inuit, so I'm really proud and thankful, especially with our castmates, to be willing to learn so much about my culture and my language, and I'm really thankful to be here.
I think it's one of those experiences where you are developing as an artist, but also as a person.
Yeah, it's been life-changing, I guess we can say, not only as an artist, but as a human being.
My dream right now is for Nunavut to have proper housing and good education, because it's not that great.
You see, I believe in something bigger than me. It is the dream of a child of a life that is beautiful and wild, and I believe in something smaller than me. It is a child with a dream of a country that is beautiful and clean.
First Nations youth are 5 to 7 times more likely to take their own lives than non-First Nations youth. Suicide rates among Inuit youth are 11 times the national average.
Well, the song is called Robert, Monty, Jennifer, Paulusi, and Gordon. It's named after my friends. Suicide is a big thing up north. It was a way of grieving.
Nick Ward is the Mi'kmaq elder whom we've traveled with. Nick builds dream catchers all over the world that hang in galleries and museums. For over 30 years, he has dreamed of sharing his First Nations culture by teaching kids to make dream catchers.
Ici, nous avons une maquette du cerceau de 4 pieds de diamètre, duquel sera suspendu les capteurs de rêve fabriqués par les enfants, incluant l'esprit protecteur, et ça va être inclus dans un grand capteur de rêve pour le Canada. Chaque capteur de rêve de 4 pieds représente une province ou un territoire. No, never give up, never give up. Ah, there's that Eureka moment.
Le point saillant dans chaque atelier, c'est le moment Eureka, quand les enfants on trouvait le truc. Ils disaient, ah oui, c'est comme ça que ça se fait.
I have a dream and it's coming true. It's to make this dream catcher.
T'as des problèmes autrement.
They say you're a dreamer. You know you're a believer. 'Cause you see something that they can't.
Canada, I want it to be a good country in the world, like we recycle and build trees and all that kind of stuff.
I could not even sing in front of people. I was that shy. Et c'est dans cette moment que je savais que c'était la musique que j'étais supposée faire dans la vie. North Battleford, place where all seems to be right. Every boy and every girl help each other in this world.
White Horse! Our elder Mick speaks 7 languages, but he can't speak Mi'kmaq, the language of his childhood, because when he went to residential school at age 6, they took away his First Nations name and his language.
The loss of language is such a terrible thing. And it's something that most people don't know or understand. They just think, oh, why don't you learn English? Why don't you learn French? Because that's what everyone speaks. But that's not what they were raised on. That's not what their culture is. Before the English or the French even came here, that's what they were originally speaking, and that's what they should be speaking now.
I knew what white privilege was. And I think being a downtown, liberal artist type, I didn't think it affected me. And I realized very quickly how much every single day is affected by my white privilege. I was shocked by the racism of this country. I was appalled by what my First Nations colleagues experience on a daily basis. And that makes me really emotional thinking about that, because I just think about how do you get up every morning and just experience it in community after community, which is what happened to them. And working with the young performers now across the country who are here working on the Dreamcatchers, hearing their stories and about conditions they've grown up in and things that are just a given for them.
It's hard if you live in Attawapiskat and you don't have clean drinking water.
How incredible First Nations, Métis, and Inuit cultures are at their base and in their traditions of taking care of the earth. And I think we all have so much to learn from that.
I'm not just quiet, and I'm here for a reason. That's the big eureka moment. It's like we all got a voice, and nobody has to be quiet anymore.
And it's not just the work that we do, it's how we do it. All of these things are in question now. And it's a thrilling and exciting time to be here. It's a terrifying time to be here because you're always afraid you're going to say the wrong thing, and we do. But one of the things that I've learned this year through this process is I will say the wrong thing. And that's okay, because I'm going in the right direction. And I own the fact that I'm a 42-year-old privileged white male.
What gave Nick hope was how easily youth of diverse background worked so well together.
Et puis la plus belle image, c'était les enfants du Canada. Ça donne une perspective, il y a de l'espoir.
There's a lot of good people out there. I learned that. And it doesn't matter how you grew up or where you're from or what color you are. There's a lot of good out there.
I don't want to go from here accepting the way things are as the way they are.
This is just the beginning of a conversation that we started 9 months ago.
It's like almost giving birth.
This project has changed us as an organization, and it's made us realize that as the Confederation Center, as a memorial to our Confederation 150 years ago, that we can do a lot more than we've been doing in the past. And being able to offer a program that speaks to some of the calls for actions. Not every organization can do everything, but we certainly, with this Dreamcatcher project, have seen that we can do something very important.
In the Confederation Center, there is a memorial hall where the Dreamcatcher is. And up on one part of Memorial Hall, there's a piece of stone with the names of the Fathers and Confederations carved in it, which some people, when sitting under that, say, you know, they're only old white men, and there's so many people whose names aren't reflected there. The things that were set in place when we started may not reflect where we want to go in the future.
La roue médecine qui supporte tout signifie l'unité, la réconciliation, pas juste entre les peuples autochtones et les peuples colonisateurs, mais les autres qui sont venus après, les autres nations. Donc maintenant, on a les 4 frères de la création qui sont présents ici, au Canada.
In the world right now, I think we can all see 2 paths to go down. There's one that I would see to be quite negative, and one that has the opportunity to see some real change to working together and communities working together to build the country stronger.
I want to be equal. Don't know me by what's happened around me. No stereotypes.
Don't know me by the way I look or how I come across. Don't know me by the roles I play from day to day. Yeah, that would be your loss. 'Cause whatever you see when you look at me, there's more here than it seems. And if you wanna know me by my dreams.